Welcome back to A's Gaming Moments. So last year I reviewed Fahrenheit, or Indigo Prophecy, or whatever you want to call it, and at the end of the review I said that eventually I'd want to go on to look at two other Quantic Dream games, Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. Well, the time has come, so let's take a look and start off with Heavy Rain. Is it any good?
I haven't the faintest fucking idea.
Once again, the game plays out like a movie that you take control of. It's all about reacting to certain events and making decisions to move the story along. It's about the Origami killer, a serial killer who targets young boys and then puts them in some sort of well, which slowly fills up with rainwater. He then sets a series of challenges to the father of the kid, where each one he succeeds in, he gets a few more letters to the address of where the kid is being held. So it's a race against time and a classic crime thriller. And you want to know what the best bit is? There are no supernatural elements. Yep, when I saw this on Wikipedia I thought, thank fuck. No Matrix style fighting, no end of the world conspiracies, just a good old murder mystery. It does have some strangely out of place high tech stuff going on, but not enough to make it unbelievable. You get to play as 4 different characters. There's FBI guy, Ethan, the father of the latest kid in the well, Madison, who helps Ethan out mainly after she keeps walking into his motel room to find him getting more and more fucked up from the latest challenge, and there's the big friendly private investigator, Shelby. The action swaps between these 4 characters as each of their stories follow different leads as to finding out the identity of the killer. Towards the end, all of their paths start to cross over, leading to a multitude of different endings depending upon the choices that you made throughout.
Jason! 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 Jason!
The game has some real tense moments, and these are made possible because of what I believe are 2 things. 1, believable and interesting characters, and 2, clear motivation for these characters. Without caring not only about the people involved, but also about why they're doing what they're doing, scenes like this torture bit would fall flat, as we wouldn't feel any empathy as to what's going on. It's not rocket science, but it seems that a lot of games don't grasp this concept, expecting us to care about characters we have very little knowledge of, and to be honest, very little interest in.
I came here to find a killer, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do, with or without your help. Asshole!
None of these characters are indestructible, and they all have their weaknesses, which only makes them more human. It's got some uncomfortable adult themes, particularly for some reason to the Madison character, who's threatened with rape and forced to strip off to some sleazeball in a club. But again, these moments are handled maturely and make you feel strongly towards the moment because we know her character and appreciate the horrible situation she must be in. Okay, moving on. The button prompting system is basically a more refined version of Fahrenheit's system. It's a lot more forgiving this time around, meaning that you can make more mistakes without it ever bringing up an instant game over. It squeezes every last drop of possibility out of the simple button pressing system, with things like pushing buttons slowly, holding down weird combinations of buttons. It came out when the 6th axis was all the rage, so expect to be tilting and shaking your controller all over the place. To be honest, it's clear that this isn't going to be everyone's idea of great gameplay.
That was cool.
And essentially, yeah, you're right, half the game is just a series of QuickTime events. But you'll probably know beforehand if this kind of thing is going to be for you or not, so just be aware of that going into this game. It's kinda like a super dumbed down version of Dance Dance Revolution, kind of, sort of, maybe. Heavy Rain has that film noir look about it, you know what I mean, always dark and gloomy, always raining, the red and blue of the police sirens, the only thing adding some colour to the screen. It looks good. I played it on the PS4, which provides a much smoother performance without any of the screen tearing. And some of the motion capture work is impressive, even 7 years on from its original release. The acting here is okay for the most part, I guess, but it's not the best by anyone's standards. I think we've just come to expect a higher quality of voice work nowadays, something to match the standards of Hollywood. And I'm sure if you recorded a full playthrough and gave it to a movie critic to review, one of their biggest criticisms would be the acting. But the music's dark and powerful, rising and falling at just the right times to add more impact into what's going on. Again, further helping us to feel and not just watch. Well, there we go, there's my thoughts on Heavy Rain, so one more to go. Until next time, thanks for watching.